it's the Stanley Cup Final. Your team made it. I told you to go back to the finals. I fucking told you. And you didn't fucking believe me, but I fucking told you we'd be back in the finals. Yeah. I know. I mean, I'd rather have it been my team, but sadly it wasn't meant to be. Who is our opponent? Well, it's the Florida Panthers again. Fuck sakes. Okay, it doesn't matter. It was either Carolina or it's gonna be fucking Florida. It doesn't fucking matter. We're winning the Stanley Cup. We're winning the Stanley Cup this year. I have faith. I have extreme amounts of faith. Do you believe in my team? I mean, I have no choice but to believe in your fucking team, but I mean, this confidence that you have. Boy, I do not miss this at all. Well, you fucking better. You hate the Florida Panthers now, so you should be loving my fucking team. The team you used to cheer for. Yeah, definitely the team I used to cheer for, and yeah, I kind of have no fucking choice but to root for you guys to win. So let's cheer on them together, okay? Like old times, okay? Let's cheer on the orange and blue. Well, copper and blue in this rate. Yeah, about that. You know, you've been wearing the same jersey for quite some time now, and I think it's only fitting that since it's the Stanley Cup Finals for you guys 2 years in a row, I think it's actually very fitting that we change your look a little bit. Oh my God! A new jersey! You got me a new jersey! Yeah, I kind of made a promise to myself. If you guys made it to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second year in a row, I'd get you a new jersey. And there you go. You got yourself a new jersey, buddy. This is wonderful. This is amazing. Who's on the back? Really? Draisaitl? Oh, you're such a beauty. Well, I could have went generic and got McDavid, but, you know, when you were an Oilers... Well, when I was an Oilers fan at the time, Draisaitl was actually drafted. So, I think it's only fitting. Honestly, I know you and me have had our ups and downs. But I honestly feel like with this final, I think it's very clear we can be friends again. Oh, wow! Oh, this looks so good! Yeah, sure. Yeah, it does look good. I mean, I like this one better, but, yeah, it looks good on you, man. Man, I can't wait to win the Stanley Cup with this jersey on! What is it with you and jumping the fucking gun? Okay, just stop. You're gonna jinx yourself. For all you know, you could lose in 6 fucking games. Hey, buddy. What's happening? Not much. Just lost in the Stanley Cup Final again. Yep, I saw that. Very unfortunate. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Well, on the bright side, at least we can both say we've seen our teams go back to back in some capacity. Do you think you're fucking funny right now? I'm just saying, I'm just being a little bit ironic about it. Ironic? Am I laughing? No, it's not funny at all. Just sucks that you lost back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals. It really sucks. Back-to-back Stanley Cup Final losses. Cherish those fucking rings. Yep, I'm gonna cherish them. This team is ruining my life. Yeah. So I'm gonna get that last video done, and I'll leave you be. Can I ask a favor? Sure. You know, you're a little bit down. Sure. What's up? Can we trade so you can have Perry back? Nope, I do not want that fucking burden on my fucking team anymore. Good luck with that. Hello everyone, Stephen Harrold here, and welcome to the channel. I'll be discussing the NHL Playoffs for you guys in a very blunt way. In this video, I will be giving you guys the final playoff update of the 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs, as a Stanley Cup champion has finally been crowned, and in this rematch between the Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup champions, and the Edmonton Oilers, in Game 6, the Florida Panthers just dismantled the Edmonton Oilers 5-1 en route to being victorious for the second year in a row, winning back-to-back Stanley Cup championships, just like their older brother did. But now they're the most relevant team to win back-to-back with a series win of 4-2. Game 1 of this Stanley Cup final rematch saw the Edmonton Oilers beat the Florida Panthers 4-3 in overtime, and then in Game 2, the Florida Panthers would tie the series with a 5-4 double overtime win. Game 3, the Florida Panthers would dismantle the Edmonton Oilers 6-1, and then the Oilers would tie the series in Game 4 with a 5-4 overtime win. Game 5, the Florida Panthers beat the Edmonton Oilers 5-2, and in the deciding game, Game 6, the Florida Panthers repeat as the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with a 5-1 win over the Edmonton Oilers. When it comes to the goal differential between these two teams, the Florida Panthers outscored the Edmonton Oilers 28-17, and when it comes to the shots department, the Edmonton Oilers would outshoot the Florida Panthers 210 to Florida's 189. Sam Bennett was named the playoffs MVP and was awarded the Conn Smythe. It wasn't like last year where the Edmonton Oilers' captain Connor McDavid was given the Conn Smythe. But you know, elbowing a few goaltenders in the head, I guess, gives you a Conn Smythe now, not being a hard-working fucking player. I mean, yeah, he was a hard-working player, but fuck the guy. Of course, this was also Brad Marchand's second Stanley Cup championship since winning it the first time with the Boston Bruins in 2011, and yeah, the Boston Bruins, that trade was pretty fucking dumb. You just awarded him a Stanley Cup now, and because he wasn't getting it with the Bruins, but I don't know. I think the Bruins ultimately lost this one. But yeah, the big story, of course, as we all know, this is the second time that the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers fought in the Stanley Cup Finals, especially 2 years in a row. And this time, of course, the Florida Panthers beat the Oilers again, but this time in 6 games. This is going to be a big factor for Connor McDavid, because no one knows if he's going to fucking get a contract extension. We don't know what happens, but all we know is that, yeah, the Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Just like the Tampa Bay Lightning were in 2020 and 2021, the Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions in 2024 and 2025, just like the Edmonton Oilers of 84 and 85. Of course, as we all know, this is the 6 years of the state of Florida just owning the Stanley Cup playoffs. As we all know, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they went on to go to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2020, 2021, and 2022, just to win in 20 and 21. Then, of course, the Florida Panthers, 2023, 24, and 25 Stanley Cup Finals. They lost in 2023 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, good fucking job. You lost to an expansion team. And then won against the Edmonton Oilers 2 straight years. So I know a lot of people are like, hey, they've been already clamoring with me saying, hey, they are the new back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. How do you feel? It's like, well, we lost to Chicago and Colorado in our Stanley Cup Finals losses. And the Florida Panthers got swept in their first one, and then lost to the expansion team of Vegas. Vegas won a Stanley Cup before Florida did. How pathetic, right? Yeah. Anywho, so what are my gripes about that? Well, you know, I had my own personal beefs with the Florida Panthers when our series was over. And then they just kept bullying people left, right, and center, and just, you know, causing a ruckus and just getting away with calls. And it doesn't really fucking matter because they ended up winning the Stanley Cup, so now we all have to suffer for it. So guess what, Florida? Now you are going to be the league's most hated team next season, because no one's going to want you to go 3 years in a row as a Stanley Cup champion, and we definitely don't want to see you go to the Stanley Cup Finals for the 4th straight year in a row, especially me coming from a Lightning fan. But as for the Edmonton Oilers, this is a very tough pill to swallow. You went from losing in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final in 2006, and then a whole decade of darkness, right? Then you made the playoffs for the first time in 2017, just to get beaten in 7 games by the Anaheim Ducks. Then you got swept in the qualifying rounds to Winnipeg. Then you got swept in the conference finals to the Colorado Avalanche. Then got beat by the Vegas Golden Knights in 2023 in the second round. And now 2 straight years going to the Stanley Cup Finals to face the same team and lose. This time in 6 games. I don't know. Like, just, if I was still a fucking Oilers fan and not a Lightning fan, and I had to go through that twice, I think I'd stop cheering for them now. But, yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, I was really convinced that the Oilers were actually going to win. But they didn't. And it's like, oh, fuck, they didn't win. So anyways, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a tough pill to swallow for Oilers fans, and right now it's a tough pill to swallow for Lightning fans, because now Florida, with their cockiness, are saying, oh, Tampa's weren't even legit. Like, yeah, they fucking were. They were legit. So, get fucked, buddies. But other than that, yeah. As much as it pains me to say this, congratulations to the Florida Panthers on winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. But I really hope you're not in this position next year. I really don't want you being in this position next year, so yeah, let's hope that you guys just get fucking demolished all season. Anyways, that's it. That's over. The Stanley Cup Playoffs videos are over. I can finally go back to doing regular horror movie reviews and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, thank you all very much for following me through this journey throughout the Stanley Cup Playoffs. I know there's been some ups and downs for certain fan bases, but at the end of the day, a Stanley Cup champion was crowned, and now we can reflect on a whole entire season and playoffs and wait until next season for the NHL to finally renew, and we see what's in store for the 2025-26 season. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. This is Stephen Harrold. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all enjoyed the playoffs. I'm still saying go Bolts anyways, but enjoy the off season, and I'll talk to you guys next time.